I mean, when you go to a sperm bank, you have to realize that sperm is like money. It gets handled by a lot of people, but is essentially impersonal. It's what you use it for that gives it meaning. She said to me, "Here, you can get real. You're doing it for the money, just say it. No one is going to get their feelings hurt. You want to have this fantasy that you're some human Johnny Appleseed? Say so. Just don't go getting no child's hope up that there's a heart driving that little wiggly tail. Life is not like a casting call. It's not like there's a script you're going to recite. It's not like you can write a happy ending, even if you happen at this moment in time to be living one. It's not like you know beforehand what you're going to do to someone just by breathing, just by being." In the last 20 years, 67 times a woman, perhaps a man too on occasion, has had this experience, staring down at a baby who has just as much in common with me as this terrifyingly perfect being. And I had no idea. Truly, I had no idea what that really meant. I've always adhered to the water theory of life. It seeks the vast. It follows the path of least resistance. It isn't afraid to change forms. Lately, though, I've become more aware of the other 10% of our makeup. How fucking ungiving it is. That was the minute, when the choice was made. I could have sobbed, begged him to reconsider. I could have badgered my mother. But I didn't. I stood there staring into my dad's eyes, feeling the weight of the last year and a half lifting from my shoulders, all our determination, all our can-do. I also began to feel how real our lives were, that this was our heir, my father and I, our trach, and we were both, at this moment, taking it out. I just feel I've gone at this wrong all these years. Your father had obligations he never met. I was so focused on proving to both of us that we were fine, honey. I never gave you the space to be angry with him, to hold him accountable. I never gave you the language, the frame. I never gave you the freedom to expect. So I have your permission now? I asked. And my anger at her is crazy, really crazy. She honestly thinks it's that easy. One day you wake up and decide you've approached this wrong and you just change it. Black magic, white magic. Everyone falls in line unhesitatingly with your new version of reality. There is a moment when you are taking a photo when you know all the elements are in perfect balance. That if you click the shutter, the radiance will be sealed in there permanently. It is a perfect stillness and a perfect exhilaration, both. You know it, you experience it, and yet you don't move a finger. Because this way, your continued presence, your continued awareness are necessary for its continued existence. I felt that this was such a moment for Sven, that even now he held us in his attention just so. And I knew Leaf felt it too, and that to know ourselves as willing parts of that radiance made up for so much. The truth is, I've been a peaceful woman since Olin died. I've been able, at last, to think my own thoughts to completion. I shouldn't say it, but the luxury of that is better than sex, more expansive. The thought doesn't even have to be complex. Something as simple as thinking, I'm the center of my own universe, as I blow on the steam rising from my morning coffee, sitting out on the back porch, watching the sunrise over the fallow fields. I, Addie Bell, in the center of my own universe. Deep breath, bees buzzing, cicadas cresting, a wind sighing in the stand of pines, and me at the center, silent, and free.